Hi everyone. The problem now that we are going to solve involves the input table as file details. This table has below columns, that is file ID, which is the ID of the file location, that is the location where file is present. So each entry represents the file ID and the entire path along with the file name. Now, as part of the output, we have to obtain three things. First thing is file path. So out of this file location, we have to obtain the file path. That is, for example, in the first entry, it is D followed by the movies. So in the D drive, we have the movies folder inside which this file is located. So this is the path. Then we have the file name along with the file extension that is present. And finally, we have to get the extension, which is the extension of the file. For example, MP4 in the first record and PDF in the second record. So these are the three columns that we need to derive. So let's work on this problem and try to solve it. So before proceeding ahead, there are two functions that we should be aware of, that is left and right. So how does that operate? Let's see. So for example, talking about the left function. So if we have the string say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, for example, if we say 4, what does this mean is from the left side get us the 4 characters. Okay, so from this string, from the left side get 4 characters. So output will be A, B, C, D. So let's run and see the output. So it fetches the number of characters specified from the left side. Similarly, let's see the right function. This is left 4. Now let's talk about right 4. We will try to fetch 4 characters from the right side for the same string. So this indicates that get 4 characters from the right side. So let's run and see the output together. So this is how it operates. So left will fetch the number of characters from the left side and right will fetch the number of characters from the right side. So hope this is clear. So we will be making use of these two functions in this problem solution. So now what we will do is step by step we will try to derive the three expected columns that is required. Okay. So now what we will do is we will operate on this input table file details. We will keep all the columns as it is. And now what the first step that we'll do is we will reverse the string of file location. Okay. So if we reverse, this is the reverse location we can call. So this is what we get. Now what we are trying to do is we are trying to fetch the file extension, that is for example MP4 in the first record. So how are we approaching this problem? We are reversing the string. After reversing, we get the output in this format. So once we have the data in this format, we can find the location of dot so that we can just fetch the remaining characters till the dot. So how we are doing it? First we have reversed the string. Now what we will do is we will locate the dot. How we will locate the dot? We will use the char index function. So if we use the char index, so let's keep this as it is, and on top of this let's create another column. So we will use char index function and determine where the dot is located. in this reversed string. So let's call the column as dot location. Let's run and see it. This is the reverse path. Okay. So let's run it. So this is what we have. So for every entry, the dot is located on the fourth position for the reverse string. So like we see here, the dot is on the fourth position. So now what we will do? So let's see this. So this is what the requirement is. We have to get the file path, file extension, and file name. Currently, we are operating to get the file extension. So let's take one example. So this is our input, and we have mentioned the length everywhere as to how many characters are there from the front side as well as from the back side. Now what we have done is the string that is there, we have reversed it and we have got this. After that, we have determined where the dot is present. So if we see, it is present on the fourth position. Okay. So if it is present on the fourth position, so if we get these characters from the right side, so these many characters, if we get from right side, we will get .mp4. Okay. So as we saw, what the right function does, the number of characters that we provide it will provide from the right side. So this is where, first of all, we are reversing, we are finding where the dot is located, and that many characters we will fetch from the right side of the normal string, not the reverse string, the normal string. Okay. Why we are reversing the string? Because we want to find the last occurrence of dot. Okay. So that's why we have reversed the string, found it, because once we reverse, it will be the first occurrence, and char index function can be used to find the first occurrence of the dot in the reversed string. So once we have that, we will fetch that many number of characters from the normal string using the right function. So that is where we are. Now what we will do is, we have obtained this dot location. So we have to just use the right function now, operating on the normal file location column, and get these many characters. That is 4 characters in this case. So this will be our file extension, or let's call it extension. Let's run it and see the output. So we have got the output. In case we do not want the dot here, what we can do is, we can remove one of the character. Because dot is present on the fourth position, we are doing -1, so this will be 3, for example. So only the last 3 characters using the right function will be fetched from this column. So let's run and see the output. So we have got the extension column correctly populated for each of the entries. So hope it is clear what we have done. We have reversed the string. After reversing, we have identified where the first dot is present. In all the entries, it is present on the fourth position. So we have gone to the main column. We have fetched from the right side the 4 characters. Okay. So with that, we got output like .mp4.pdf. But since we do not want the dot, we have just subtracted one character so that we get the right extension. So if this is clear, the next step is very clear, to find the file name. So file name also will work on the similar way. So instead of dot, now we will find out where the last slash is present. So here again, we have already reversed the location. Now what we will do is, on similar lines, okay, so after we have reversed, we will use char index to find where the slash is present. Okay, so let's see with this example. So after we have reversed, we will try to find out where the slash is present. In this example, it is present at 12th position. So we will get 12 as the output. Now, in the normal string, we will go and fetch the last 12 characters. So if we see here, the last 12 characters are this. So this will be the output that we will get. And after that, we can remove one character in case we do not want slash to be present. So in that case, it will fetch only 11 characters and will give us the right file name. So let's operate it that way. So now we can remove this column, or we can use it for finding the file path. So what we will do is we will find the slash path. So last slash, wherever it is present, we are trying to find out. We have reversed the file location. Now we will check where it is present. Okay, so let's check it out. So slash, okay, it is the backward slash. I think it is the forward slash. So we have got the location of the slash as to where the last slash location is present by reversing the string. Okay, so it is this one. It is present at the 12th position. So like we saw here as well, after reversing, if we check the slash, it is present at the 12th position. So that is what we have obtained for each of the file location. We have got the slash location. Now what we will do is, the way we have operated for the file extension, we will just take these many characters from the right side of the file location. So what we will do, we will use this same whatever we had written for file extension, just that little bit change that we will do is, instead of dot, it will be slash, and let's give -1 as we do not want slash to be present in the file name. So let's run and see the output that we get. So we have got the output. We are able to fetch the file names correctly. Okay, so it's on similar lines the way we have fetched extension. On similar lines, we have fetched the file name. Now what is left is file path. So file path excluding the file name. So how do we do that? So what we will do is, for finding the file path, first of all, we will reverse the string. So we will get this. After that, we will find the slash, that is 12th position we will get in this case. After we have identified that, we need to remove last 12 characters. So if we remove the last 12 characters, this will be eliminated. What will be left is this, which is the file path. If required, we can add one character to include slash as well. So this way we will operate. We will reverse the string. We will find the location of the first slash in the reversed string, and then we will eliminate these many characters from the overall string to eliminate the rest part, which includes the file name, and we will just get the file path. So on these lines, we will write the query further to fetch the file path. So now what we will do is, we already have the location of the first slash in the reverse string. Okay, so this is the location of the slash. Now what we have to just do is, we have to use the length function on the file location and remove these many characters. Okay, so like we discussed here, once we have identified that the slash in the reverse string is on the 12th position, we have to remove these many characters from the main string. And how do we do that? We have to take the entire string, that is the total length, and subtract this. So if we subtract 12 from 21, we will get, that is how we will get the file path. So let's write that. So once we do this subtraction, let's check that as well. This will be the file path length. Okay, so let's run and see the output. Let's remove some of the columns that are not needed. Okay, so now we have got the file path here. So file path length is 9 in the first case. So let's see if that is correct. So that is absolutely right. We in this example it is of length 9. If required, we can add one more length so that we include the slash as well at the end. So what we will do is, to this let's add +1 so that we get the proper length including the slash at the end. So now what we will do is, once we have the length, we will use the left function on this file location column and fetch these many characters from the left side. Okay, so if you fetch these many characters from the left side, we will get the file path excluding the file name. So let's run this and see the output. So we will go to the right and we have got the file path. So now what we will do is, we will just reorder the column name so that we get it in the right format, and we will remove the columns that are no longer needed. So we want the file path, then we need the file name. So this is that column. So we will place it after the file name, and then we will have the extension. Okay, and we can remove this column, is not needed. So now let's run and see the output. So we have got the final output. So the major thing to understand here is the left and right function, the way we have used it. With the left function, we get the number of characters required from the left side. With right function, we get the specified number of characters from the right side. So using the to and the char index function, we have worked and got this output. And based on the requirement, whether the dot is needed or not, or if slash is needed or not, accordingly we have eliminated those or included those depending on the requirement. So this way we have obtained it. Now just to summarize how we have worked, so first we worked on to get the extension column. What we have done, we have reversed the file location. We have obtained the first position of dot that is present in the reverse string. After that, we have just fetched that many characters from the right side of the normal column file location. On similar lines, we have done for slash character for finding the file name. Now, for finding the file path, what we have done is, on top of this, what we have done is we have done the subtraction. We have eliminated these characters from the overall length of the string so that we will get only the part that we are looking for from the left side. So using the left function, we have obtained the file path. So this way we have eliminated the file name from the overall file path, and we have obtained the required columns. So please go through it. If you found the video useful, please like it. Please share it with your friends. If you have not yet subscribed the channel, please subscribe and please provide your feedback in the comments. Thank you.